topic, we can describe how listed corporation employs a combination of several types of security in investing through capital structure. We can also learning capital structure with lesser constraint can assist in demonstrating the existence of an optimal capital structure decision.
Hi, my name is Radiatul Adamiyah binti Abdul Rahim and I will explain to you guys what is capital structure. So basically, capital structure is the combination of debt and equity used by the company to finance its overall operation growth. Debt and equity are used to fund business operation, capital, expenditure and others investment. There are trade-offs. Firm must decide whether to use debt or equity to finance operations, and manager will balance these two items to find the optimal capital structure. There are a difference between debt and equity, which is debt can be kept for a limited period and also should be repaid after the expiry of that term. On the other hand, equity can be kept for a long period. Debt holder is a creditor, where equity holder are the owner of the company, and debt carries low risk compared to equity, and also debt can be in the form of term loan, debenture and bond, but equity can be in the form of share and stock. The primary goal of the corporate finance department is to find and determine the optimal capital structure that leads to maximizing the value of company's asset or wealth and minimizing the weighted average cost of capital. The optimal capital structure can be estimated by calculating the combination of debt and equity that help in maximizing its market value and minimizing the weighted average cost of the company. Since determining the optimal capital structure is quite challenging and difficult, therefore managers usually would continue operating and running the company within a range of value. For example, when the company want to make a plan, they have to consider its cost of capital and decide on how to earn a greater return than their own cost of capital in order to make their investment worthwhile. Moreover, in order to determine the optimal capital structure, a company with a good and promising prospect will seek to raise capital through debt rather than equity, so they can avoid any dilution. Why? Because there is no ownership stake provided by a loan and avoid transferring negative signal to the market. Usually, announcement about a company incurring debt is regarded as positive news, which known as debt signaling. Debt signaling is a financial theory that links a stock future performance to any recent announcement about its debt. That is a reason why announcement about a company incurring debt is known as a positive news, because they indicates the company is creditworthy and seeking capital for expansion.
So next, let's see what can affect the capital structure and capital structure decision. The first one is market value. The market value of a company given impact on its capital structure and capital structure decision. When a company's market value increase, it can lead to the highest stock price and a stronger financial position. This can provide the company with more options for raising capital, which also can improve the company creditworthiness. Next is the wealth of company or its shareholder can indeed have an impact on its capital structure and capital structure decision. When they have a higher wealth, it can provide them with more resources financial. Additionally, higher wealth can improve the company creditworthiness, also easier to obtain loan or issue bond at favorable term. And the third one is net worth. The net worth can play a significant role in a company capital structure and capital structure decision. Net worth represents the difference between a company asset and liabilities. A higher net worth generally implies that a company has more equity and retained earnings, which can provide a cushion against the financial risk.
Financial distress is a condition in which an individual or company cannot generate sufficient revenues or income to meet its financial obligations. This can be caused by a variety of factors such as high fixed costs, a large degree of illiquid asset, revenue sensitive to economic downturns, or unexpected events such as a natural disaster or pandemic. Therefore, when a company is going through financial distress, it may lead to bankruptcy. The risk of bankruptcy is that it will decrease the value of the firm. The negative effect is not caused by financial distress, but it is caused by bankruptcy costs. Who will let the bankruptcy costs? Shareholders. Bankruptcy costs are divided into two, which are direct and indirect costs. Direct bankruptcy costs are the costs are directly associated with the bankruptcy process, such as legal and administrative fees, while indirect bankruptcy costs are the costs that are incurred as a result of financial distress but are not directly associated with the bankruptcy process, such as lost sale, increased borrowing costs, damage to reputation, and job loss.
The integration of tax effects and financial distress costs refer to the consideration of both tax implication and the costs associated with financial distress when making financial and investment decisions in a corporate context. This integration is essential for optimizing a company's financial structure and capital budgeting decisions. Tax implications are primarily related to the deductibility of interest payment on debt. Interest paid on debt is typically tax deductible, which can provide a tax shield. This means that a company can reduce its taxable income by the amount of interest paid, resulting in lower tax liabilities and therefore a tax benefit. The integration of tax effect involves taking advantage of this tax shield by choosing an optimal mix of debt and equity financing to minimize a company's overall tax burden. Integration of tax effect and financial distress costs involve finding the right balance between debt and equity financing. This balance aims to maximize the tax benefit of debt while minimizing the potential costs and risks associated with financial distress. It's a complex financial decision that requires careful analysis and modeling to determine the optimal capital structure for a company. The goal is to strike a balance that enhances the firm's value and minimize the overall cost of capital.
Next is the agency cost of equity. It usually refers to the potential conflict of interest between the shareholder and the management in the company. This usually because of the shareholder want the management to make decisions that can maximize their value, while management may have their own interests or objective in mind. The agency cost of equity can impact the decision to include more equity financing in the capital structure. This can be seen by increase the proportion of equity. Shareholder has a larger stake in the company and can exert more control in the company.
The pecking order theory, also called as the pecking order model, relates to a company capital structure. Theory stating that managers display the following preference of source to fund investment opportunities. First, through the company retained earnings, followed by debt and choosing equity financing as a last resort. The pecking order theory occurred from the concept of asymmetric information, also known as information failure, when one party possesses better information than another party, which causes uneven intersection power. This diagram illustrates the pecking order theory. In the context of pecking order theory, retained earning financing, which internal financing comes straight from the company and reduce information asymmetry. Internal financing is the cheapest and most convenient way for a business to get money. Getting money from outside sources like debt or equity financing costs the company money. When a company finances an investment opportunity to external financing, debt or equity, a higher return is demanded because creditors and investors possess less information regarding the company as opposed to manager. In terms of external financing, managers prefer to use debt over equity. The cost of this is lower compared to the cost of equity.
Suddenly hypothesis is a theory that focuses on how individual or firm with private or insider information use certain action or decision to signal that information to the market. It suggests that this signal can help bridge the gap of information asymmetry between parties in a transaction. For example, a company may signal its financial health by increasing dividends or taking on debt. Tunneling hypothesis is a mechanism used to address the issue of asymmetry information. It suggests that by taking specific action or decision, the party with superior information can convey valuable information to the other party, reducing the adverse effects of information asymmetry. In other words, signaling is a strategy employed by parties with private information to mitigate the challenge posed by asymmetry information. The signaling hypothesis and asymmetry information are related concepts in finance, but they are not the same. They are closely intertwined and often used in conjunction to explain how information is conveyed in the financial market.
Finally, we can conclude that the capital structure is important because it helps the company to understand its risk profile and its financial health. Costs associated with financial distress lead to business to limit their loan issue. Not only that, but business also want finance wholly with debt because the cost of financial distress can be lowered but not completely avoided. That's all from us. Thank you for lending your ears throughout this video. I hope it will give you some benefits. Bye bye.